Hello, Shardinians. Welcome back to my channel. I'm all things sugar and Shay Sade. Hey, and this is where I talk about the best bits of Love Island USA season 7. And today we are talking about episode 27. So, guys, there was a lot going on. We had a mass dumping. But before we get into it, please make sure you like this video right now. You might as well. It's free. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a live or a video. Share with like-minded people and leave me a comment so I know what you're thinking about the episode. Okay, let's get into it. First of all, everybody has been drained by the whole postcard challenge. Everyone's upset. The boys are talking. Literally, Ace is sitting there. He seems like he's fuming. He's very, very quiet, and he just feels drained by the whole thing. Taylor did not appreciate Orlando's comments one bit. He was like, the only person that could talk to me like that is my mother or my wife, and Orlando is neither. So yeah, he was a bit pissed off with that. Nick was trying to explain to Zach, who still doesn't understand why he shouldn't have come at her like that. And he was just like, I think Pepe as well said to him, like, look, when someone is that emotional, just let them get it out. Like, you don't have to butt in, you don't have to say anything, you know? And Brian, he focuses on the good of what happened, that Pepe is kind of free from Grayson, Zach is free from Amaya, and Taylor is now free from Orlando. Everybody should have got the message right. Over on the girls' side, Orlando she's basically trying to tell Clark, be careful because he was really into me and he switched up so quickly. And it's like, Orlando, you and Clark are two different people. You really are. And Taylor is treating you two different ways. So I get like the warning and stuff, but I don't think now is the time or place. I don't think Clark's really going to take it in, not at this stage. Taylor just picked Clark, so she ain't trying to listen to anything you've got to say. I mean, she was polite about it, but like, I just thought it was just wasted. It was almost like, this is for you, Orlando, not for Clark. And Maya was, of course, a little upset with everything that happened. I think even later on, she goes and cries by herself. It's kind of so sad. And she's just like, look, these guys are literally just making me feel insane and stuff. And she's like, God forbid the girl is emotional. And it's like so freaking true. Like, she's in touch with her emotions. That's okay. She's not trying to weaponize her emotions like Huda is all the freaking time. Oh my God. And Huda is literally, she's in an absolute mood. She's not sitting with the group, so it's almost like the girls all sitting together and she's like on the end, like over here, isolated by herself. And at one point, Amaya actually gets up and she's just like, I hope you know that not everything that happened in the challenge is personal. And Huda's just like, I can't even get involved right now. I feel like I can't trust anybody and I feel like I've just been stabbed in the back. So I get like she might feel betrayed and everything like that, but there's a limitation on her ability to self-reflect and see what she's contributed in order for them to get there. And even in that interaction with Amaya, I think Amaya said something like, oh, do you get me? Or something like that. And Huda's like, no. So freaking rude. Like, Amaya's trying to be nice to you. She's kind of like your only friend in the villa at this point. So less of the attitude, especially against Amaya Papaya. We will not tolerate that. Oh yeah, while the girls were talking, Gracelyn was really upset, and because, you know, Pepe, it kind of revealed that he's still into Hannah, and it was like she was like collateral damage in that whole conversation because she's there for love and, you know, she really wants to be with someone, but she's focused on Pepe because he was focused on her. It's kind of like she's been robbed of her experience, to be honest. So while Gracelyn's been upset, she wanted to know, and so did Clark and some other people wanted to know who wrote the postcard. And then it was revealed later it was actually Huda. Huda tells Chris that she was the one that wrote the postcard to Pepe. So it's just like, you're just here causing mess. You didn't own up to it either. Huda. So then we see Orlando and Chelley chatting about things in the speakeasy. And we actually see Chelley, when she's going to sit down, she was literally like, today drained me.
Today drained me.
Orlando does say that the door is shut with Taylor. However, she just does say something, and I don't know whether it was a rhetorical question, but she was just like, how are you supposed to graph both of us, or how are you supposed to get to know both of us? And it seemed like that she was saying that he could possibly still want to get to know both of them. Like, no, Orlando, it's done. It's done. I hope that wasn't what she meant. And yeah, Chelley was just really annoyed. And this is what I was thinking as well. It's just like, this little boy, this 22-year-old boy has aired out your dirty laundry in front of everybody. I don't know how she doesn't know that she is dealing with an immature guy. She can't make heads or tail of it, really, at the end of the day. She wasn't expecting him to do something like that because she wouldn't do anything like that. The next day, Ace does bring Chelley breakfast, but he's sour about it. He's completely sour. He doesn't know where his head stands with everything at the moment. Huda doesn't want to really be the bad guy anymore. Because she's in such a mood, no one's really talking to her, and she's not really talking to anyone apart from Chris, it seems. Then we see the Huda redemption arc in full effect, because Orlando and Huda have a conversation, and basically Orlando apologizes for revealing that Huda had kissed Chris and didn't tell Chelley, essentially. So Orlando said, like, look, yeah, that was wrong with me. We confide in each other, and yeah, I shouldn't have said that. And moving forward, I will not be sharing your secrets with anybody. And Huda explains that, you know, she was really hurt by all of that. In the moment, she felt like everybody was yelling at her and no one had her back. Just to clarify, no one was yelling at her. No one. It might have felt like that, but no one was actually yelling at her. It did, and her feelings are valid, make her feel like she didn't have anybody. And Orlando, you know, she's a sensitive girly as well. She doesn't always show it. She was like, I don't want to make you feel like that. No one should feel like that. So, you know, they've made up and they are back together friends. And this has lifted Huda's mood immensely. So much so, it might be the inspiration behind her speaking to Chelley. So they go to the dock. Chelley says that, you know, she wants to come to this conversation with like an open heart and an open mind. And she hears Huda out for a bit. She does explain again what the issue is for her. She mentions the A situation, the Chris situation. And Huda says, like, look, like, honestly, me bringing Chris to the villa was for you, but it also was for me. And I did tell you that I liked him. Chelley did say, though, that the switch up when she kind of fully went into Chris, that was a lot. And she weren't really trying to hear any explanations at the time. And Huda understands where Chelley is coming from on that respect. And she says, you know, it really hurt me that I hurt you, and I'm sorry. So she does apologize again. And she says to Chelley that just know that everything that I do is with good intentions, that she's not doing anything maliciously. And from the confessional that Chelley does, it looks like she believes her. She does, you know, kind of like hint to forgive but not forget. I think it's that kind of vibe of Chelley, but she does believe that she wasn't trying to be malicious. So they hug and it seems like they're good, which is good. Now, some people are saying that Chelley should have apologized to Huda as well. I don't know. I'm 50-50. Yes, kind of like to keep the peace and to help Huda a little bit. But I honestly want to see the edit, because there was one thing that Chelley said that Huda said to her, and I don't think we saw it on camera. When Huda wanted to actually talk to Chelley, Chelley didn't want to talk to her in that moment. She said she'd talk to her tomorrow. Apparently Huda said, but it was just a challenge. It might just be me, but I don't remember seeing that. So I don't know. I just think editing. So I want to get confirmation from cast members to see if an apology from Chelley actually happened, or we're just seeing an edit. Because as I said before, we've seen this with Catherine and Scott, where they had that conversation. Scott apologized to Catherine, but they didn't show that Catherine also apologized to Scott, and there was tons of backlash. So I just think it's possible, but yeah, let's see. Anyway, they hug, they make up, and yeah, Chelley, Huda, and Orlando are all friends again. Do you know who else are friends? Brian and Amaya. So Brian basically stood up for Amaya in that challenge, and Amaya basically thanks him. And I saw them together and I was just like, this is what I wanted. I wanted Brian to be with Amaya. Like, I'm just beaming for them. I hope it's more than a friendship. And yeah, because them two winning together would be great. Amaya is currently coupled up with Zach, and Zach was pretty rude to her the day before in that challenge. And they kind of talk about it. And he, oh God, he's so annoying. He does acknowledge that, you know, it wasn't good for him to like start joining in on the attack of her, and he used that term like they were attacking her. But then he starts saying, yeah, because, you know, when you first kissed me, do you remember that time? Like, I didn't even want to. Now that might be his truth, but Amaya's just like, what? Like, that's insane. Like, that's insane. Like, what do you mean? Like, you didn't even want to. He was saying, like, you know, things like that. Like, it was moving way too fast for me, but I did it anyway. So Maya's just really taken aback, and she's just like, you know what, Zach? You're not an honest man. You're not an honest man at all. And then he starts getting annoyed almost. He's like, can I land? Can I land? Like, what do you mean? You should have landed already. If you're going to come out with something like that, then you should have landed already. And you should have actually been more mindful about how you're even saying what you're saying. Honestly, no one forced you to kiss her. You didn't have to do that. And it really seems like he literally chose her, which I believe, to get into the villa. And Maya just genuinely thinks that what he said was really mean. And Maya says, you're extremely odd and I want nothing to do with you. You can off. And I thought, yes. Tell him again. Then we get a text. They are going to finally get a glimpse of what America's thinking about all the islanders. Ariana comes into the villa. She looks stunning. The dress, the hair, the jewelry, stunning. So first of all, they're separated, boys versus girls, sitting down on the bleachers, and basically they've been given categories. They have to rank themselves the most or the least, and they have to see whether they can match what America's thinking. For the boys, the first category was genuine. The villa ranked Elan as the most genuine and Zach as the least. For the most, you get like a confetti ball, and for the least, you get slimed. So Zach got a slime, and America rated Pepe for the most genuine and Taylor for the least. We can see for obvious reasons why that's happened. And then the next category was who's the most boyfriend material. In the villa, they thought it was Ace as the most, imagine, and then Austin as the least. And as you can see, America voted Pepe for the most and Taylor for the least. Ace placed the 8th. He didn't like that one. He didn't understand. Clark did note to herself, like, what am I missing? Like, she's not getting it. Then for the girls, their first category was genuine, as same as the boys. In the villa, they rated Chelley at number 1 and as the most, and Huda as the least. Huda, she took the slime like a good sport. And these are the things I do like about Huda, because she does make great TV. Like, she was just like, yeah, let's do it. She put a shower cap on and she got slimed. But America rated Amaya the most genuine and Clark the least genuine. Now, Amaya, yes, very fitting. That's my winner right there. Clark, not the greatest, because she's getting done by association. So it's not really fair on her. She hasn't done anything wrong. Taylor has done something wrong. So yeah, surprising that Clark is in the bottom. I understand why people are putting Chelley down here, but I don't think it's right either. Do you know what I mean? She is a genuine person, in my opinion. Okay, so then next was, who would you trust with your deepest secrets? So in the villa, they put Olandia as number 1, and they put Andrina as number 10. But America, same as before, they put Amaya as number 1 and they put Clark as number 10. So again, it's not really nice for Clark there. They basically bullied Clark. America, what are you doing? What's happening? As you can see, Orlandia was placed in top 3. The top 5 are the same. Absolutely the same. And then it kind of changes around here in terms of popularity, but same people. But Clark is at the bottom. Chelley's placing low. So is Andrina as well. So yeah. So then the couple version of this was, who would you want to go on a vacation with? And this was just America's vote. And they had Amaya and Zach at number 1. Come on. Zach really thought it was about him. No, it wasn't. It was about Amaya. And they had Clark and Taylor at number 9. Eesh. Hurtful, no? Hurtful. They get slimed. They really get slimed. Then we go on to the serious one. America has been voting for the favorite boy and the favorite girl. They didn't tell us who actually ranked as favorite boy and favorite girl. All Adriana told us was who was in the bottom three of the least. So for the least favorite girls, we had Jaden, Grayson, and Andrina. And I can't lie, I was very, very happy that Chelley and Orlandria were safe. I was just like, thank God. Like, honestly. For the least favorite boys, we had TJ, Taylor, and Austin. And I thought, spot on. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, guys. Well done. So they've all lined up in front of everybody. And then Adriana lets them know that they can only save one person. So out of all of those 6 people, only one person can be saved. And I can't lie, I was thinking they were going to dump 4 people, but 5 is even better. It's actually even better because there was too many people in the villa. And I was just like, I like this lineup in terms of like who can go. Like, I wasn't mad at it at all. So each islander, as they do in that very brutal way, had to go and stand behind the person that they wanted to stay. And it was like really intense. I'll just run through. We had TJ, Iris, and Zach stood by him. Austin had one person, Orlandria. I was really happy that she didn't vote for Taylor. That's all I was happy about. But her and Austin are kind of besties, so I'm not surprised at that at all. For Jaden, there was Brian, which is kind of cold to Andrina because he didn't vote for her and they were coupled up. So I don't think they like each other. And then also Chris voted for Jaden as well. Grayson had Ilan. Then it was kind of like a toss-up, right, between Taylor and Andrina. So Andrina had Huda, Amaya, and Chelley all vote for her. I like that squad, you know. I like the visual, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we just needed a couple more people, then she could have been saved. And then it was Taylor who had Clark, no surprises there. Pepe, really, really cold because he is obviously coupled up with Grayson. There was no way Grayson was going to win, but he said, nah, I need to back my boy before I back the girls. Ridiculous. Nick was also voted for Taylor, no surprises there. Ace voted for Taylor, no surprises there. Sierra had the final vote. Had she voted for Andrina, then there would have been a tie between Taylor and Andrina, and then we would have, I don't know, figured out how that would have gone. But no, she didn't. She voted for Taylor. So she joined her man. She's just like, my man's over there, I'm going to stick beside him. And she voted for Taylor, so Taylor gets saved. I was laughing though, because I can't lie. I was just like, well, good, Taylor. Now you understand what it feels like to be in a vulnerable place. Because, like, what the hell, man? The way he's been going on so cold with Orlandria when he was the one who wasn't clear with her is out of order. Although Orlandria should have read the signs. She should have seen this confusion as a no. I do believe that. At the same time, he needs to take accountability for not being clear. So the rest of them, that's Andrina, TJ, Gracelyn, Austin, and Jaden, all go home all at the same time. Andrina got slimed, and you can see, if you zoom in, you can see her dress is even wet. They made her stand in her wet dress with her suitcase. Out of freaking order. That's out of order. So they all go home. I can't lie, I'm not sad about this. I'm really not. I feel like, yes, cut the fat, let's go. Like, Austin needed to go a long time ago. He really did. So we've managed to get rid of him. And he's like a suspected trumper. TJ is a suspected, I don't know what his politics are, but definitely like he's more in that intelly world. Jaden's suspected trumper as well. We've managed to get rid of 3 questionable people all in one go. Like, well done, America. Thank you. Appreciate you. So they say their goodbyes. Here, Austin to Amaya, don't stop being yourself. What? Just yesterday, you were saying how much you don't like her. What? This guy is so frigging confusing. I hope everybody now understands, like, Amaya, don't play with her, man. Seriously, because we got you. We got you, girl. I'm so proud of America for getting this vote right. Like, yeah, thank you so much. That's a great present for the weekend. Okay, guys, so that was the episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, you know I love you the most. Make sure you like this video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel, share with like-minded people, and of course, leave me a comment or two. Okay, I will see you on the next one. I'm going live tonight as well at either 10:15 or 10:30 UK time. See you then. Bye.